This is regarding the teen workforce, taxation, and the absence of representation.
The U.S. Labor Department has seen a 69% increase in child labor violations in the past 5 years.
Let's start with the premise that in the United States, children are legally allowed to work. There are various moving targets as far as minimum working age requirements are concerned, and for the most part, the Fair Labor Standards Act sets the tone. But, of course, that does not prevent states from passing their own laws. Some child labor law revisions are currently in the proposal stages, and Under the Desk News actually reported on that today.
You cannot make these headlines up. Lawmakers propose loosening child labor laws to fill the worker shortage and are embracing legislation to let children work in more hazardous occupations. And this is not picking on Republicans. These rollbacks are exclusively happening in Republican-led legislatures. I cannot imagine that you guys want child labor laws rolled back. We don't want kids working in meat processing plants. We don't want kids working in bars. It's not even legal for you to be in a bar unless you're 21. And now we're going to have 14-year-olds serving drinks in Wisconsin? And in Iowa, there's a bill pending right now that would allow children to work in meat processing plants. It would even give people under 16 a special exemption to use highways to get to work. I want you to think about 13 and 14-year-olds driving on highways. I understand family business and what it means to contribute to your family business. This is not that. This isn't about keeping kids from earning a living or understanding the value of a dollar. It's about stopping legislatures from using children to fill the jobs that are meant for adults. Beyond the obvious dangers to kids, it's being reported that employers want to hire children so that they can do just that. They can pay them less, they don't have to worry about their health benefits. Children are far less likely to file complaints with HR and are far less likely to unionize. And if this kind of stuff is happening in your state or your county, it's not too late to push back. Protect the kids in your districts, protect the kids in your neighborhoods, protect the kids in your family. And protect the job security of adults who should be doing the work of construction, of meat packing, of bartending. Protect the right to unionize. We know the effect that construction has on your body. We know that that is hard labor. That's hard work. They can start those jobs in skilled labor at 18.
Whereas other states have already signed revisions into the law, such as, for instance, Arkansas and Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Children under 16 years old are now allowed to work without receiving permission from the government.
Today, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed House Bill 1410 into law. It revises the state child labor laws and creates the Youth Hiring Act of 2023.
Rebecca, it's been almost a century since the state child labor laws have been altered. So what was the reason for this move?
Well, Chad, the lead sponsor of the bill says it gives parents an opportunity to decide what's best for their child and not the government. But one local organization says this law will allow more children to be exploited.
The U.S. Labor Department has seen a 69% increase in child labor violations in the past 5 years.
Republican State Representative Rebecca Burks is the lead sponsor of the bill. She says the law will eliminate the permit process ages 14 and 15 have to go through with the Division of Labor.
It's one small regulation, one small burden on businesses and also steps in front of the parents' decision-making process about whether their child under 16 years of age can get a job.
Don't violate child labor laws. There are special protections in place for young people who join the labor force, and that is about ensuring that their education isn't harmed when they go to work.
Once children go to work, pushing hours for the profitability of the organization, they may, however, be subject to paying taxes. Regarding federal income taxes, teens generally have to pay them if they earn an income above $12,950 for the tax year. The math on this falls in place the following way. A full-time position at 40 hours per week or 2,080 hours across the year, earning $12,950 annually, equates to $6.22 per hour, a peasant's wage. Concerning state income taxes, of course, your mileage may vary depending on the states. Some states don't have income taxes at all, such as Texas, Florida, and Nevada, and others, they just get you on the other side with sales or property taxes. But wait, paying taxes as a teenager, notably a young person who cannot vote. Here's Jamie Raskin with the word of the day.
The consent of the governed. No taxation without representation. No conscription without representation.
Now, beyond the ethical reprehensibility of opening children up to being exploited for corporate profit, once these income earners are taxed, they have acquired their right to vote. Which, if a 14-year-old pays taxes, they are deserving of a voice in the political process, as opposed to the GOP who wants to push voting rights to the ripe age of 21. where some already have accumulated 7 years of working experience, depending on the state in which they're located in.